So we just got to the boat pretty late last night. Now we're just gearing up to do some boat projects. We have to fix some of the rigging. It wasn't hooked up quite to the right places when they stepped the mast. We need to swap some stays, and then we're gonna hook up our furler this weekend too. We got a brand new furler with a brand new genoa, and we have to do, what else do we have to do, Dad?
Put on the furler, fix the rigging, put on the booms,
And we have to put on the booms and the sails. So hopefully next weekend when we come up for 4th of July weekend, it'll be ready to go sailing. Mom's gonna work on cleaning up because we just got these brand new decks installed, so there's still a little bit of construction mess downstairs, but
Welcome to Sailing Kokopelli. We are a family who enjoys sharing our sailing adventures with you. This is Ian, our daredevil and teenage video maker. The captain and first mate, Jason and Jane. The real boss of the boat, our sweet dog, Sienna. And this is Kokopelli, our 43-foot sailing ketch. Like and subscribe to follow our story.
so we just moved this into the right spot. That was the one that was tied off over there. Now we're just taking this and moving it to here so we can get this guy, this one, hooked up to where that one is. And we're going to do the same on that side. We just loosened the forestay so we could get these relaxed a little bit, relax the rigging a little bit, and then we can move it all around, and then we'll be ready to start putting on the furler. So we just got the rigging kind of set up. We got everything back in the right places. This big guy was back here on this cable's a hook right there, and this one didn't have this part on it, so I didn't know where to put it, but we remember where it went, so we just swapped them all. Now we need to tension everything a little bit more, then we're going to take a measurement for the furler. So we're just unwrapping our furler right now, a new furler. Unwrapping the foam, then we're going to cut the straps. That should be pretty cool. It's turning out to be a pretty nice day today. Good day for boat projects. So it started raining a little while ago, and now we switched to working on getting the spreader lights that we wired in the mast now wired into the boat harness. How's that going, Dad?
Good. We I got the steaming light hooked up. I got the antenna hooked up. I got the anchor light hooked up. And now we have these two wires, which are two 3-wire setups for our new spreader lights. And then we have these 2 wires here that are our spreader lights.
Okay.
So what I picked up was a double switch, because our new spreader lights have, each light has both red LEDs and white LEDs. So we're going to hook one up to red, one up to white, and when we turn on the spreader light system, this switch will be live, and we can then do either red or white depending on.
So what have you been working at, Mama?
So while we've been working on the rigging and some of the electrical, I'm kind of just trying to put the boat back together again. I got this whole area vacuumed and cleaned and wood polished and the covers back on. Now I'm doing this side, gonna vac it, put the covers on, try to put away some things that need to be put away so that all the construction that we had going on this winter is kind of cleaned up so that we can enjoy time on the boat.
Now that the rain has just passed, we are just getting ready to start tensioning the rigging. Dad's just getting set up over here to tension the rigging. Oh, it sounds like it's still gonna thunder and storm a little bit more, but it's alright. How is it so far, Dad?
Well, this one's at about 1300.
What's it supposed to be at?
I have to look that up, I don't remember. We have a piece of paper downstairs that tells us, because it depends on whether it's a forestay or a side stay or what it is, and it depends on the diameter of the cable. So I always have to look and see.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go get that paperwork.
Okay.
And we'll, if I remember, it was up at like 30, which is like 2,000, 2,400, somewhere in that. But
okay.
So we're finding that for the forestay, that needs to be at 2,000 pounds for the cable size. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring that close to 2,000 on the one, closer on the other side, and kind of bounce them back and forth, the two same shrouds, until we bring them to 2,000 together. And then what we'll do is we'll go to the forward forestay and pull that one to 2,000. And that way the main will be tension front to back at 2,000, and then we'll move on to the side shrouds.
How low this one, you can see how low this one was compared to the other one, and how fast they climb the lower that they are.
What's that?
15? So we're working on pulling the furler down right now. It has a bunch of these screws all along the edge, and then it comes in these sections that just split in half. So all you have to do is, you know, that's your piece, and then they split in half like this, and we're just undoing all the screws. We're just undoing all the screws for that. So it's the next day. We're just getting started with boat projects. We decided that we needed to replace the cable for the furler, so we just took that down. I had to go with the mast and disconnect it at the mast. So this is the cable that we took down. I went up with the bosun's chair, just got down a minute ago. This is the hardware that the top is just a cotter pin with a couple of washers, and we're just going to replace it all because it is also a little rusty in the spots that you don't want it to be rusty, in between the two cable linings and stuff. So we're just going to make sure that she's good to go. We were just getting ready to go, and then we remembered that we needed to coil the furler up, which is laying down right here, and it needs to be coiled up in the other direction that it's coiled in before, so it can go straight on our boat. So it's just gonna sit like this for about 2 hours, and then it'll be ready to go back up the mast or back up the forestay.
So more adventures in rigging. We're just trying to get this forestay pin back in, but it's being stubborn. So we're using our good old ratchet strap trick to get it in place.
So do this.
All right, try to hit it in now.
Do this. Put the screwdriver here, no, like that, and lift up on the screwdriver. Hold down.
Okay,
on
go,
that.
go, go, go. All right, she's in.
Did you get it?
Yeah. So that was an interesting way to hook up the forestay. Because the forestay was kind of going like this, we needed to pull it sideways. And what kept on happening was when we pull, the boat would pull closer. And we tried to tie it off tighter, but we couldn't just get it to stay on that. We couldn't just get it to stay on the bumper down there. So I just stood on the line because that worked. And when I pushed down on the ratchet strap that was hooked across, and it went together quite fine, and I didn't even fall in the water. That's the good part. Now that we got that on, we're gonna hook up the booms and hopefully get it out to the mooring to be able to hook up the sails if we have time. If not, that might be a next episode.
Then they'll come down
Alright,
the...
so now we're getting the main boom
Here,
on.
can you walk that towards me?
So the bolts are done there. And the boys are just putting the topping lift on right there. And that's the main boom on. You can see the mizzens behind.
So we just got back from picking up the dinghy, and now we are just about ready to cast off of the work dock and head out to our mooring. Me and Dad headed out to the mooring, and we unwrapped it because after sitting a little while, they kind of just get wrapped around each other. So now we're ready to head out. I'm gonna follow him behind or in front beside with the dinghy and make sure that if he hits bottom, I'm there to either push him or pull him off, because it's all just standing here and we're at almost low tide. So we're about to fire up the motor for the first time in the season. There she goes.
Should we
Tackler?
have the radio on?
Probably.
Well, that's the end of this episode of Sailing Kokopelli. We got everything all together. She's ready for 4th of July weekend next weekend, and we are gonna have some good sails and some good times hanging out on the boat for 4th of July. Lots of dinghy adventures, lots of sailing,